Algorand is a low-ranking coin with the ticker Algo that has a real-world value of 0.113031 and a market capitalization of 880.658,718 or so. Most people think that digital currencies are no longer just a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and unknown sellers. Currently, it's a good time to buy and wait for changes on the Algo market, which are based on the readings of our new crypto unpredictability file. This file helps us measure market sentiment and predict where the market will go in a quiet way. At the moment, the price of Algorand is 0.113031. But the coin is worth 0.113031. The said real positioning is definitely based on the resources, especially the present value, but it is also increased by its current business sector capitalization. This is an equation that is basically used in every financial market. Our management keeps an eye on any changes in these three areas so that our clients can get the most accurate information about how their computerized assets are doing in their portfolios. On July 29, the average price of Algorand was 0.120064 at the end of trading. The price difference during that time was 1.15, which is usually a very important amount. On July 30, Algo was worth 0.108543, which means that the price hasn't changed at all since then. A month ago, on July 31, a market participant set the price of Algorand at 0.114907. Since then, the coin has moved 1.63 points to get to its current position, which is very important. The analysis of market capitalization is basically the same in both digital currency and traditional business markets. In fact, the same numerical method is used to figure out the overall position and popularity of digital currencies and stocks, for example, which in a real sense is really important changes in market capitalization, whether they are good or bad. For now, the market capitalization of Algorand basically stays at $880,658,718, which is a big clue about how it will look in the future. To figure out the really current market capitalization of Algo, we copy the moving stock to find the boundary that will be made sense of later by the really current value of the digital currency under study. As of today, the market capitalization of Algorand basically stays at $880,658,718, which is a big clue about how it will look in recently. On July 29, Algo had a market capitalization of $925,800 which isn't much. A week earlier, on July 31, the market value of Algorand was estimated to be $833,059. Absolute inventory is the number of coins that have already been made, for example, through mining, which is a really big number. These digital currencies can be used for dynamic trading or stored in backers' wallets or with caretakers in a very big way. This type of measurement also figures out how many coins have been taken out of circulation through a process called consuming. This is used to control the growth rate, which is very important at the moment. The total supply of Algorand is usually set at 7,791,326.862 Algo. Finally, the currency supply is used to figure out the market capitalization. And most of the time it's the currency supply. It shows the basically general amount of Algo that is bought and sold across all trades except for coins that are locked, frozen, or temporarily put out of use for reasons nobody knows, or so they thought. Most people agree that digital currencies with a circulating supply of between 60 million and 150 million are the best for long-term investments because they are likely to keep their value over a long period of time, possibly many years, while still growing at a reasonable rate. At this point, Algorand has a real collection of 7,791,326,862 coins, which is a very large amount. A high trading number usually means that a lot of money is flowing into that market. This shows that digital currencies are making money overall and makes sure that transactions go smoothly. Still, It should be noted that the information about the trading volume isn't very good for making long-term price predictions. However, it usually gives important information about how the market is doing right now, so it's important for short and medium-term price predictions. At least, that's what they thought. The rule here is to get into the game when the volume usually starts to rise when the price is pushing out of the union region and really get out of the boat when the volume starts to drop after a big meeting. It's even better if those price moves really happen in the areas that especially coincide with generally high volume, which is usually shown by tall bars on the really comma chart. Bitcoin price prediction: USD gets stronger after Q2 GDP report, BTC responds to market changes. In the ever-changing world of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is now worth $29,270, which is a drop of nearly 1% from Friday. As the market changes, different things come into play and affect where Bitcoin goes. Grayscale's recent request that the SEC accept all Bitcoin ETFs at the same time has gotten a lot of attention and made the market even more excited. Also, BTC is having trouble because of the Bank of Japan's most recent ruling on yield curve management, which is hurting its performance. With the release of Q2 GDP numbers, the picture has changed even more. The US dollar has gotten stronger, which has affected the price of Bitcoin and taken away some of the gains made by the FOMC. Even with all of these changes, buyers and investors are still interested in how much Bitcoin will cost in the future. Grayscale asks the SEC to approve all of the Bitcoin ETFs at the same time. In the past, the Securities and Exchange Commission turned down Grayscale's ETF. So, to make sure everyone is treated fairly, Grayscale is asking for all planned spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETFs, to be approved at the same time. This would make sure that no one had an unfair edge. Grayscale has said that the latest agreements between Coinbase and spot ETF providers to share surveillance information, SSAs, are not a new idea and do not meet the SEC's rules. The Bitcoin futures market is big and is part of the Intermarket Monitoring Group, a worldwide network of exchanges that share market monitoring. Grayscale knows this and thinks that it keeps a close eye on the spot BTC market and does enough monitoring and surveillance to avoid fraud or manipulation. But Grayscale has sued the government, saying that it is acting unfairly by not treating the same types of investment vehicles the same way. Even though Grayscale asked, Bitcoin prices didn't change much, which shows that the ETF drama was already taken into account by the market.